So according to a research study, men were twice as likely to consider themselves expert at lying. This is important to know because you need to know how to watch out for lying guys so you don't put yourself in a situation to be manipulated or used in a relationship. And that's why in this video, I'm going to cover the 3 lies that men tell women so you can protect yourself. Now, these findings showed people are usually smooth talkers who tell more lies than others, and they usually lie to family, friends, romantic partners, and colleagues. You're going to learn the reasons behind why men tell these lies and what they wish they could say to you instead. I'm Jason Silver, the dating coach for ambitious women, and if you want to get notified each time I have a brand new training on attracting quality men, hit that red subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it. Now let's get right into the lies that men tell women. Number 1, we don't have to sleep together, we can just hang out and talk. Now, this is one of the oldest tricks in the book. Often, you'll go on a first date or a second date with a guy and he'll try to move the date back to his place or yours. This could mean inviting you to come over for a glass of wine at his house after dinner, or when he drops you off at home, he'll say something like, "Should I come inside? Or maybe we could watch a movie." Maybe you say, "Well, I don't know if that's a good idea. I'd like to take things slow." And then he hits you with this lie. "Oh, we don't have to do anything. We can just cuddle." Hint, he doesn't want to just cuddle with you. There's a couple tactics that men use to get women to either come over or invite him over to their place. The first is the simplest and most common tactic that men use, which is leading you with a higher energy. Typically, when you're interacting with people, one person has more energy and is on the leading edge. They guide the conversation, and with it, the focus. And whoever controls the focus controls the interaction. So he may just act more energized and excited than you. And if you're a people pleaser or more empathic, he may try to make you feel bad in some way, like you're ruining the moment or the possibility of a relationship with him. He might say, "Oh, come on, you only live once and we're having such a great time. Just trust me." Another tactic men use is to create a compelling experience for you at his house. He may have this special food that he'd like to cook for you, or his condo may have this special view of the city that you can rarely see, or maybe he's got a book that he really wants to give you. There's some men I know who put a lot of thought on how they can make their home a destination for women, where there's dozens of compelling reasons on why you need to visit his house at night with him. Now maybe you're saying, "Oh, but he's a really nice guy," or "I've known him for years," and that's great. But I promise you, even really nice guys want to sleep with you. Trust me here. He doesn't just plan on staying for a little bit, even if he says that. And he certainly isn't planning on cuddling you for hours and talking about feelings, even if he might tempt you with that offer. I don't care if you know him well and are positive that he would just leave it at cuddling without throwing a tantrum. You don't want to lead him on. And most importantly, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you feel uncomfortable declining his sexual advances. Men, even really nice guys, are going to act like horny, single-minded teenagers who just want to get you in bed. So the best move that you can make here is to politely decline his offer. You can give him a kiss. You can say, "That sounds really nice, but I can't tonight. I had a really amazing time. Good night." And that's when you leave. This is going to help you to keep the mystery alive and fuel his desire to see you more. He's going to realize, okay, he's got to put in effort to get to know you. He's got to be a better guy to actually get intimate with you. And during the time he spends getting to know you, he's going to develop more feelings for you. This is how you hook a guy long before you actually sleep with him. Now, I know this may sound a bit old school, and I fully support a woman's right to sexual freedom. If you want to be single, by all means, go do your thing. But if you're looking for a long-term commitment, waiting at least a month to sleep with a guy is how you can get to know him more and prevent yourself from getting tricked by these players or immature boys. You see, men are well aware of the 3-date rule, in which women will wait until 3 dates before they sleep with the guy. So if you don't sleep with him by the 3rd date, 2 things might happen. Well, the first is he might get fed up and disappear. Or 2, he may be intrigued by you and your personality. And he may want to get to know you more. He'll think, "Who is this woman? She's different." And if he disappears, then you'll know his plan all along was just to sleep with you and nothing more, and you dodged a bullet. To make it easier to avoid ending up at either places, choose dates that take place in public. And always get to the date with your own transportation. This is going to ensure that you have the power and you can control where you go. Period. Giving yourself more time to get to know each other on a deeper emotional level is going to help him to think of you as more than just another sexual escapade. You're going to leave him wanting more if you say goodbye to him without letting him go inside of your home. Remember, it's always best to indulge men in the chase and keep that mystery alive as long as possible. The second lie, I've never met anyone like you before. This line usually falls off the lips of a charming, handsome guy on your first or second date before you've slept with him. And of course, you're right to be flattered. It's a nice thing to hear someone say that about you. But unfortunately, this is a typical lie that men say to get women to sleep with them. Other common phrases that fall into this category that you may have heard are, "Oh, I wish I met you years ago. You are the woman of my dreams." Or he might jokingly say, "Wow, let's just get married now." Now, remember, we're talking about a guy saying these lines within the first or second date before you've even slept with him. He's hitting you with this overload of affection for a reason, because he thinks you're attractive and he wants to get you in bed. Hello? Maybe you're thinking, well, listen, I'm great. And maybe he really does feel this way. Yes, okay. There is certainly a possibility that he might feel that way about you in a month or 2 or 3 down the line. But after the first or second date, he still doesn't know you. How can he be a good judge on if you're his soulmate or if you're so different from other women if he doesn't really know you as a person? Getting to know someone takes time, and men will use charming lines like these to break down the walls that you've put up to guard and protect your heart. It's a way for him to role play. So even if it's a joke, your body can still feel the same emotions as if it were real. He wants you to feel safe with him and vulnerable. He knows it's one of the best ways to get you into bed, especially if he's a player and he's tried this tactic again and again. If a man uses any of these lines with you when you first meet, he's telling you what he thinks you want to hear, and he's trying to manipulate your feelings to get you to sleep with him. So don't take him seriously. Just brush his comments off, and if he's really going crazy with these comments, just feel free to call him out. You can ask him playfully with a smile. You can say, "Do these lines usually work for you?" He might be a bit surprised to hear you say this, but he's going to love that you're smart enough to know what he's trying to do. And it's going to make him see you differently than other women, and he'll want to get to know you even more. And you need to be on guard with that as well, if he's truly a player. And if he really likes you, if he really does like you the way that he claims he likes you, then he's going to have no problem waiting to sleep with you. He's going to want to put in the effort. He's going to want to learn more about you. Either way, if he doesn't, he was lying to you. And you're better off knowing the information rather than being in the dark. The number 3 lie is, "I don't like talking about the future. Let's live in the moment." Now, if the guy you're dating says this to you, you should definitely see it as a red flag. Why? Well, most men, especially high-quality guys, know what they want regarding their love life, and they have dreams they want to fulfill. And if he doesn't want to talk to you about the future, it is for a reason. Could be because he doesn't imagine a future with you in it. Or it could be because he doesn't want to define the relationship by saying, "Let's just live in the moment." He buys himself time to have his cake and eat it too. He gets to hang out with you, no strings attached, no promises made. He might even go so far as telling you, "What's wrong with what we've got now? It's so perfect." Again, this is the way men manipulate women to settle. You should be able to tell your partner exactly the kind of relationship you want with him in the future, and if he loves you, he should want to make that a reality. He should want to make your dreams come true. And if he's got a different idea of what his future looks like, then you both can work on that as a couple and see if you can compromise together. But if he doesn't want to talk about the future at all, well, it's because he doesn't plan on giving you more than you have right now. Avoiding talk about the future is what immature men do to stay with a woman for however long he sees fit. If he says to you, "Oh, actually, I want to only date you for a few months because you're so cool, but I really plan on dumping you once summer comes around," well, guess what? You'd obviously break up with him right then and there. So instead of being honest, he might keep things vague on purpose. Of course, you should want to know where your relationship is going. It is normal and healthy to want to make plans with the person that you love, or to want to have a relationship title with the person that you've been dating for a few months. Not only does this clarity put you at ease, but it allows you to know that you're both on the same page as far as your goals. If you want to get married and he doesn't, or if you want to have kids in the next year and he doesn't, those are some deal breakers. But if he pleads the fifth, you're not going to see the deal breakers, and he's going to get to keep having all the benefits of having you as his girlfriend without having to do any of the work, any of the investment that is required for a long-term commitment. It's normal for you to want to know where your relationship stands. If he sees a future with you, he's going to let you know. You want the man you're with to be upfront about his feelings, to make plans with you, and to discuss how you can make your goals and dreams a reality as partners. If he doesn't really have any idea of what he wants, it might be time for you to take a step back when it comes to the relationship, because you don't want to be with him for years on end, only for him to spring on you that he's looking for someone else. If he's keeping you in the dark about the future, it's possibly because he doesn't see a future with you. Now, if this is the case, it might be time to reevaluate your relationship and let him know you're not going to settle. You deserve to be with someone who loves you, who wants to build a life with you. And if he doesn't want to, you're better off finding someone who treats you the way that you deserve to be treated. Now that you know 3 lies men tell women, you can use this insight to know if the man that you're dating has been manipulating you, or if he's a high-quality guy who wants to get to know you more and sees a future with you by his side. And if you want to take this to the next level and learn advanced strategies for not only knowing when guys are lying to you, but also understanding the male mind so deeply that you could basically read their minds and know what they're saying about you, even behind your back. If that's what you want, then you should take a look at our brand new program called Inside the Male Mind. And this gives you a step-by-step approach to attracting high-quality men, and it comes with exclusive interviews of real men who reveal why and how men say and do certain things. Just click the link in the description to learn more right now. Thank you so much for watching. Be well and have an amazing day.